How you guys doing? Welcome to the Young Merchant. This is a blog that we're just creating a lot of content for entrepreneurs and go-getters and hustlers, for those who are currently hustlers and entrepreneurs, and those who are aspiring and looking to do things according to entrepreneurship, owning a business, just going on your own way, doing things different other than what society tells you. And we're just looking to help you and motivate you. So today I'm super excited because we have a great special guest today. We've been communicating for the past few months. He really inspires me personally, and I've been really just picking his brain about certain things, and I definitely wanted to bring him on the show. So today we have Martez Kelly. He's a young hustler and real estate agent, and from my understanding, he's getting to invest in himself as well. He's also doing really well on YouTube, so that's another part of his business that we'll get into today. But he's in a lot of different things. We're both, I think, around the same age, but I think he's doing a lot of things that I want to get into. So welcome to the show.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure being on. And I know you spoke about me inspiring you, but I got to say you were such an inspiration for myself, man. And I know you reached out to me a while ago, but we actually connected in the Facebook group with Joshua and Stephanie's Facebook group. And it's just an honor, bro. Just an honor to be on the podcast, to be on the show.
I appreciate it, man. I mean, I think both of us, we kind of started. I started in 2020 during COVID. I don't know if you started around. I think you started like a little bit after me, but
Yeah,
I know. Go ahead.
I got my license. Officially got my license in I think this month. So I'm on a year of having my license, but I didn't.
That's right there. We gotta cut you off, bro. That is we'll get into
major.
that. A lot of people don't stay in the business that long, so that is good.
But to be real with you, I actually didn't start working as an agent until January 1st. So I got my license this month. Started the process in April. Okay. So I started the process in April, but due to COVID, I couldn't take my test until this month last year. And it was crazy, man. I'm coming up on a year, and I really love the industry, bro. Everything about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are excited to see HGTV, and listening, all these different, what's it, Selling Sunset, all these different shows. And I think actually a lot of people are starting to take interest in the industry, but for the wrong reasons. I think before a lot of people were sleeping on it, they didn't know about it. I never was taught in school, my parents, anybody. And I was around entrepreneurs. I just don't think anybody was really talking about being a real estate agent. And now I think people are aware of the industry, but I still think people are just getting in for the wrong reasons. So I like people like me and you that we can educate people about why you should, and then also like how to be successful at it. We're both new in it. I've only been in maybe like a couple months longer than you. But we're both still learning. We're not experts or anything. But I think we're growing really fast, and I think we almost like an obligation to help our peers.
Exactly. That's just like a video series that I got going on my channel right now, just showing people exactly how to get their Florida real estate license. And we feel like we're not experts, but in a sense, we're on a higher level than people who are under us. So it's like, why not show them the exact steps that we took to get to the spot that we at? And then we blessed with having people who above us that we're able to learn from too. So it's just a blessing being in the industry. But one more thing that I wanted to touch on, just to go back to what you were talking about people falling in love with HGTV and getting their real estate license for the wrong reasons. I feel like people, as tough as this is, man, it hit me. Like getting my license, I was thinking the same thing. It's like, okay, glamour. I'm out here. I'm getting my real estate license. I can show houses and it's easy. But people think that getting their real estate license is like a job. Like you getting your real estate license, you got a job. That's so far from the truth. You are a business owner, and everything that you do is on you. Everything is on you. So that's one of the things that hit me. It was like, bro, if I don't do something today to help my business in the future, I tell myself, if I don't do something for my business right now, 90 days from now, I'll have nothing. Yeah. And that's exactly how this game works. You got to do something every single day to bless yourself 90 days from now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and the funny thing is, I don't think it's that nobody didn't tell me that. People told me that, but you just don't really, even you knew that. It just, you got to learn the hard way. You might think you get hard. But like, I mean, I got my license on a Thursday. I was doing work Thursday. I still wasn't really going all out, and you just don't understand. And you're wondering why 3 months later I haven't sold a house. 4 months later I haven't sold a house. and it's not that you're not working. It just in this business, it takes time before you see the blessings from. As
I
far as
always reference to the idea of planting seeds.
yeah,
You plant a seed today, you're not gonna get fruit from it that same day. You gotta wait for it. You gotta nurture the seed. You gotta take care of it. That's exactly how this business is. And if you plant multiple seeds, just like I said before, you plant multiple seeds every single day.
yeah,
Oh, the
and I
harvest gonna be beautiful.
and I think a lot of people, they don't like the. I don't think you have to do this, but I think it really makes the process easier and
Mhm.
longevity wise is you have to enjoy the process too. If I think
Yes.
some people are learning that, okay, I understand that if I talk to people today, I'm not going to get business for whether even if it is a month, that's still not tomorrow.
Hmm.
A lot of people dread that process, and I feel
Hmm.
like what I've learned over the year is throughout that process, whether you lose deals, you don't get deals, people say they want to buy a house and they don't. I'm learning something every day. Every day I'm
Hmm.
learning. And if it's something little, it could be just a term. It could be how to use a different type of lockbox, different part in the contract, learning different contractors and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
even if you're in business 20 years, there's always something you can learn. And I know it sucks because you need money in the beginning, but you have to learn to enjoy that process. And I really feel like that will make people's, just durability a lot better.
Oh yeah. And another thing too, man. And I was just like, let me just take you through my day 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So as everybody who watched me know, I'm a part-time real estate agent. I have a part-time job. So I'm a part-time real estate agent with a part-time job. And I got
Mhm.
a family and all this stuff. So this how my day started. I woke up, I think it was like I had to be at work at 11. So I went
Yeah.
to work, left the house like an hour before just to get to work at 11. While I was at work, this was also a day I had to post a YouTube video. So
Okay.
I had to edit the video and post it while I was at work, while creating a thumbnail and all this stuff while I'm at work. Right after that, so my whole day at work, I got off at 5. I had to go show 7 houses, 7 homes to one set of buyers. And that was like, so my day started, let's say I woke up like 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I got back home. Let's just say I got back home at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But the beauty of that was after doing a whole day's work, posting a YouTube video and showing
Mm.
7 homes, I actually found a home that my buyers loved.
Mm.
Typed up the contract when I got home, and then we are officially on the contract today. So
There you
it's
go, man.
just that grind is really. I created a video like 2 weeks ago or last week where I spoke on the group of people who should not get their real estate license,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was saying if you're not willing to grind in this industry, you shouldn't get your real estate license. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing that our sample size of being in the industry is small, we've
Yeah.
only been in a year, but throughout that year, you learn so much. But just to tie up what I'm saying about learning and to tie into what you were talking about, when I put my last property, when I closed my last deal, I was so like, oh, I got something on the contract. I'm good to go. I was relaxing, but it was my fault, and I will own this. It was my fault that the closing was delayed
Yeah.
because I was thinking, survey, I can call it anytime and get a survey scheduled. And I was thinking, oh, I could do, I was just not organized at all. And it
Yeah.
burned me. We had to extend the closing, but I learned right when I knew that, right when I got this property on the contract, called the survey company, got that scheduled, called the appraisal. I mean, go ahead and get the appraisal scheduled as well. Go
Yeah.
ahead and got the inspection scheduled. I'm taking care of everything up front. So now it's just like, okay, I'm good. But I know it's something that's going to happen in this transaction that I'm going to learn from to
Yeah.
build me for the next one. That's just how this game goes.
Every deal. I mean, this past my first year, I did a short sale. I never even want to mess with a short sale, to be honest. I just wanted buyers and sellers, and which I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's still a buyer, but I just wanted simple deals. I didn't want to deal with foreclosures. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
going to deal with investors, but I've done with investors. I've done with houses that were straight, like you might as well buy the land. I've dealt with easy moving, shiny TV looking houses.
Mm-hmm.
Done land deals. Like I've learned so much in a matter of a year. And yeah, like you said, to like a agent has been around for a while. I didn't do 50 deals this year. I didn't do,
Mm-hmm.
$30 million in real estate. I haven't been in the business for 20 years. but you learn so much and you learn so fast just by experience. And to your point, like literally, that was my thing. I'm working on organization. It's because, and I don't think it's a fault, because obviously you want it. I don't think you wanted to delay the closing. You want to close the deal. It's just everything's so new. Those first couple of deals that you don't know when to do things. You don't know who to contact. You know if it's your job to do this and not do this. I feel like the paperwork is the easy part. I feel like showing sucks. I don't say sucks. It's fun, but I mean, showing 7 houses, I'm sure it was not.
Yeah, it got to a point where it was like, but I mean, I when I started the business, bro, I had a video on my channel where I said I only want to work with sellers.
Yeah.
The market the way it is now, and if anybody is in the Florida area and you want to stay at home, I'll be more than happy to work with you. But I have to say this: sellers think they can get anything.
Yeah.
And it's kind of tough for me. It's like, man, you really think that you can get anything, and having that conversation where it's like, even if you get a contract on it, once it gets to the closing table, the appraisal is the appraisal amount, and the buyer is going to have to pay this amount over. And most people don't have that amount that they're willing to pay. So I actually love the idea of being a buyer's agent, bro.
Yeah.
I love showing homes. I love just looking and finding something that people want, asking the right questions to find out what it is they want, what they really want. Some people will say, I want 4-bedroom, 3-bath, but in their heart of hearts, they really don't need it. They cool with a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. They might want to be in this side of town, this close to work. But then when you realize, it's like, you really don't mind traveling to work. You just want more. So that's something that I really love. And that's something that I've grown upon in my year of having my real estate license.
I think the beauty of the buy, I think what a lot of people like the listing thing is, to be honest, it being fair, and it depends on the listing agreement. It's 50-50 a lot of times. A lot of times somebody gets 3, 2.5, 2.5, 4, 4, whatever it is. It's not always the case, but it's pretty even, I would say, on pay. I think, but a lot of people want time. Everybody wants to make a lot of money, and that's why they want the listings. Is I get them up, and if I get the right listing, it shows by itself. So I mean, there's a little, I guess, time management better on the listing. But what I like about the buyer, I'm a relationship person. What I like when you're talking about the switching and compromises is a lot of times it's not even that they learn. If you show enough houses, it's not always fun. I've showed somebody 30 houses before. Hasn't happened recently, but when I got
show one person 30 homes.
I first got in the business. I didn't, how you don't know. So I'm just trying to get a deal. So I'm like, okay. And I didn't know how to try to steer. I don't want to steer nobody, but you got to start, selling. You got to start learning how to sell. And in the beginning, I just we're gonna find the right house. And then so I don't want to make anybody have to buy the first house, but I don't want to show 30 houses no more. So I kind of like the beauty of it is after like the 3rd, 4th house, if it gets past that, it's not even that they have to tell you. You kind of are getting a feel of them. You talk to them, or if your clients like mine, it starts getting personal, so we start understanding them, cracking jokes. It's not all like suit and tie the whole time. And you really get a feel for what they want. And after a couple of houses, you don't have to send them a list of 10 houses. You might only have to send them like one, and that's the right house. You like that the strategy and just it really forces you to connect with your clients and see what they want.
And to be real, when I most of my showings with this particular client, I started out. Me personally, bro, I don't like suit and tie. I guess I got to get one fit for me, but I just don't like it.
It's hot where you at.
Yes, I put me on a sweater and I put me on some dress pants and dress shoes, and I'm good to go. That's how I started. But like you said, building rapport and showing so many houses with them, I actually got off work with my clothes on for my job and showed them houses, and they were just like, that's cool, because that's the amount of rapport that I built with them, and they really didn't mind it.
Well, the thing is, I think a lot of one topic I want to talk about is because you probably have way more people reach out to you about as far as real estate and YouTube and stuff like that. I have like most of the people that reach out to me is like person I knew from where I grew up. It's not yet what I would say I would say influencer level type. And a lot of people, they're asking what I gotta do. All that. What I'm noticing is people think there's a certain look. And the reality of it is, I've seen people wear a mohawk and t-shirt, and Ricky Karup wears sandals and shorts. There is no special look, and I think what happens is you build your business around what you want. And I'm not saying you got to build your business around wearing a t-shirt when you're doing showings, but it's like you should be able to find the clients that appreciate you for you. You come with professionalism, and you're those type of people drift to you. So I've the same situation. I've had it where if I was running from the gym one time and it ran a little late. Somebody asked me to do a last minute showing. I showed up in like joggers and a t-shirt. They were fine. But I've also worn the suits. I've also done jeans, and for me, I just want to look clean and presentable. It's not a matter of looking a certain way. It's more just being presentable. But people can build their business however they want. And I think that's a misconception, is that people think they have to drive in that fancy car. They come out with a nice suit on. They have to have an assistant and all these different things to get in the business. And the reality of it is, if you get your license and all the association fees and all that stuff, you can get in the business really quick from day one.
Yeah, man. One of the things that I had to sit down and talk to myself about was really the perception of a real estate agent. I'm growing my dreads. I actually had dreads.
I tried. I can't paint them.
I had dreads before I got my real estate license, but I cut them because I was like, the perception of a real estate agent. And I was like, bro, I really like, who am I? And I really had to sit down and say, who am I? And I said, if you don't like working with me because I got dreads, or if you don't like working with me because I got a part-time job, or if you don't like working with me because of anything, it's really like, you shouldn't work with me. And I really realized that I'm gonna be honest. The first time I meet somebody, I try to make sure I'm clean cut, because you can never redo first impression. You can never redo a first impression. But I'm still not gonna go outside of myself. But after that, they realized one day in my presence, like, I'm actually cool. Like, I am a human.
Yeah.
I'm just like you. I just got my real estate license. And it's the same thing when, like you said, influencer level people reaching out to me about YouTube. It's like, bro, I am you.
Yeah.
I just got followers or subscribers on YouTube. Like, that's really all it is. And that's one of the things I built my business off of, was really who I am. Like, really asking myself, who are you?
Yeah.
And you don't want to lose yourself in this business, because this business is tough. And if you can't fall back on yourself and be like, man, I got me, then you in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, it's you gotta know yourself and the reasons you're doing it need to be very clear, who you are and what your goals are. Even if it's not like, you might not know like the forever long every specific detail, but you should generally know those three things. Otherwise, it's the business gonna hurt your feelings real quick. And that's how a lot of people get weeded out. For you, why did you get into business? I'm curious.
So as a kid, I'm from a small town in Georgia, LaGrange, Georgia, and I lived in the projects. Yeah. And on my way, I was blessed, bro. So the projects I lived in, we actually went to the elementary school with the kids who lived in the country club. Yeah. So my bus route to school was through these houses in the country club. And I'm just sitting there looking at these beautiful, amazing houses, nice homes. I'm just like, bro, if I can just walk inside of one of those, it'd be amazing. And that's why I think I love being a buyer, being a buyer's agent, because it's like, that's that same feeling I had as a kid. It's like, bro, I'm really walking in these homes. So, and also, like everybody else, shows like HGTV, Property Brothers, just stuff like that. And I was like, man, I want to get my real estate license. But the sole reason of it is because that feeling as a kid, like driving past those $1 million homes, those big mansions, living in the projects, going to my small little shack. It's like, bro, if I can just walk in a house like that. And as a real estate agent, I got an app on my phone. I can just show in time. I got Supra. I can go into any house I really want. And that is just like, wow. That feeling as a kid just made me like, man, I love this.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you see like your business in 3 to 5 years? Are you still in the business? What does it look like?
So as a real estate agent, yes, I would say 3 to 5 years, my business is not solely my main source of income would not be me being a real estate agent. I would do it do it more for fun or on some I think I really just do it more for fun or
Yeah,
just family members and friends and stuff like that, but mainly being a real estate investor. So
yeah,
getting in on the investor side of things. And also I got a platform with YouTube. I think I'm just gonna
yeah.
keep being on YouTube and keep building that out. But I love being a real estate agent. So I see in no way I will ever stop being a real estate agent. It's just
I I, I
it's
think
too
I'm
fun.
there. Yeah, it's I enjoy. I mean, like the stress definitely is. I was in car sales before, so I mean,
Mhm,
I really dealt with the stress as far as selling. It was more frequent because I just sell more cars than I sell houses. But
mhm,
the amount of work and the amount of stress level wasn't probably as high. Um,
mhm.
and there's it's a roller coaster of emotion. You know, you're super pumped and excited when you get the new client. It's frustrating when the house doesn't go well that you thought was going to be well. They get on a contract, falls apart. There's a lot of ups and downs to it,
Mhm.
but I just love it. I love sales in general, but I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like selling houses, like unless you're selling a company, I mean, what else is higher than selling real estate? I guess
That
unless
is,
a large amount of stocks or something. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
So for me, I mean, I love selling, and it's not because I like to like get a commission on people. I like people, and I
Mhm.
love anything that involves me working together with somebody where I get to know them more, that I can help them out. So the
Oh
real
yeah.
estate is perfect for me because it is very personal. It's somebody's house, it's somebody's
Mhm,
long term investment, somebody's retirement fund, somebody's first big purchase. Like it's a
mhm.
lot of things for people, and it's a lot of emotion to it. And
But
one quote I keep telling people is I gotta remember what interview I was watching, and somebody said people don't like to go find a salesperson. They like to find a friend to go shopping with.
mhm.
You can't, there's nothing I can tell you today to go buy $1 million house on the beach. Either you can't afford it, either you're not thinking about it, either you got other plans, wherever the case is. But if you have intention to buy a house, you're going to go look for somebody to help you. And they want to be connected with somebody they trust, that knows what they're doing, that knows it more than they know looking on Zillow. And that's what your job as a realtor is: be a friend to that person and give them the front seat and insider to that world, and help them guide themselves through it. So I love it for just that. I just love people.
Oh yeah. And then the people that you meet as well.
Yeah,
It's just a beautiful, amazing industry to be a part of, man. I just love it, bro.
yeah,
No other way around it. I just love it. And then to be real, you get paid well.
yeah.
Really get paid well.
It's I mean
Help
it's
people find homes.
Yeah, it's a lot of time that you put into it.
Mhm.
A lot of work, and I think a lot of people think I have like a military background. So I mean, I don't when I say hard work, I'm not thinking like physical. There's
Yeah.
probably physical things that I can think of. But as far as just like it's just like a psychological stress and time. People don't see the you at midnight type of contract that you have to do it. And I'm sure there's some seasoned agents that probably say you should cut off at a certain time. But as a newer agent, you just hustling. You trying to get that business rolling. You gotta do whatever you
Yeah.
can to close that deal. I don't got no shame. I will show somebody a house at midnight if I have to. I will literally
Uh,
do it. And that's
listen, I don't think my girl will let me do that. I
I'm a
don't think
little
my girl will let me do that.
yeah. Nobody take my advice on that. But yeah, I mean, but as a new, what I'm saying, though, you gotta do a little bit more.
Yeah.
Our schedules, yeah, theoretically, I make my own schedule. But if you want to make money, you're not working 2 hours a day. You're not even like, and people's schedules are different. Some people, like I know some realtors in my office that sell just a couple of houses a year just so they can go on vacation. I know some realtors that are investors like you want to be, and they don't want to pay a commission to other agents. So their part in their business plan is they're the agent that lists everything. You can do however you want. You can be Ryan Serhan and make your own brokerage, whatever you want to do with it. But whatever level you want to do, you have to put in the time and effort, and that's
Mhm.
something that people don't see. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, what would you say as far as the investment side? I know I saw the Airbnb. I thought it was very informative and entertaining. I learned some stuff too.
Yeah.
Uh, is that what you think for the investor side? You want to do more like an Airbnb like community, or what do you want to do?
I think I want to be well rounded, bro. So I started working in the industry as a wholesaler. That's what I started with, and just really finding deals to give away to other people. and
Yeah.
realizing, man, I could have bought that myself. And
Yeah.
that's being a wholesaler really inspired me to say, you know what, go ahead and get your real estate license. You're basically doing the same thing, just without a license. So that inspired me to go ahead and make it happen. But I want to be well rounded. I want to look at a deal and say, you know what, I got multiple ways that I can go about
Yeah.
this. I can go Airbnb. I can go regular rental. I
Mm.
could flip it. I could wholesale it if I don't want to do anything. I want to just give
Yeah.
it away. I even know stuff like creative financing. If I wanted to sell it on terms or stuff like that, like I just want to be well rounded. If
Yeah.
I wanted to, if I found a piece of property that got more than enough land that I can add another unit on, a mother-in-law suite or something like that, and
Yeah.
maybe I want a regular renter in the front, but a Airbnb in the back. Like just figuring out and being well rounded and knowing, okay, I can do anything, because not to say I'm a jack of all trades, but I'm well knowledgeable in every single aspect of real estate investing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think real estate is. I know some people are not with certain education, college or school system. Other people are like totally down for it. I might want to knock. I think it kind of depends on like which school system. Like in Jersey, we have really good schools. And then even like if you don't go out of state, like we have my sister goes to Princeton. Like you don't have to, there's Rutgers, Rowan's, like there's different schools. So Jersey's kind of good, but I grew up in Delaware. We didn't have really good schools. So I think education really depends on where you are and what resources you have. But one thing I know for a fact that I never was taught, like not a thing. Like some people say, like I wasn't taught a checkbook and financing. I kind of remember some things in school. I never was taught anything about real estate. Never once. Never, like the word never came out. There was never like a chapter in a book about how you can build, wealth later on. And I think this is something that a lot of people are wondering how they, become wealthy, how they retire. We're always taught to, go to school, work hard, save 15%, 401k, all these different things. And then later on you retire at 60, 50, maybe 40. Real estate is a way where you can pretty much guarantee yourself, well, it might not be, if you're not a flipper or Airbnb or something like that, you might not make quick money now. But if you just held real estate and you just held it, it's a known fact over time that land isn't going to depreciate. Maybe the house, but not the land. It's going to go up. So, I mean, I think a lot of people aren't taught that. And that's really been an inspiration for me. Is I just want to tell people where I'm from is like, if you don't go to college, if you don't, you need decent credit. But I mean, other than that, there's programs that can help you build your credit. There's programs that can help you, like in Jersey, there's a $10,000 first time buyer grant. So there's different ways that you can over years, if not now, start investing in real estate. And like you said, at a young age, my thing right now is I know how to make money. I know how to make it really fast. My issue is credit because of stupid stuff when I was 18 and 19. So right now, that's why I love real estate, because I'm just learning. I'm just taking it all in. And I would say next year, if not the year after, like things are just going to explode. And I think a lot of people, I just want to share that information with them so that if they don't know what they want to do out of high school or college, or even if they're 40 or 50 or whatever, you can always become financially sound through real estate. And would you say that you learn a lot even outside of real estate, like financial stuff because of real estate?
Yeah. Real estate have taught me a whole lot about finances and stuff. And really, when you run into different buyers who just randomly, I wouldn't say randomly come to you, but people who just like, I want to buy a home. And you know what the things to list off, you can actually do self-assess and say, all the stuff that I told them, am I doing that? Or do I reach that criteria? And just like you, bro, one of the things that I messed up on a lot was, like you said, being young and dumb and just messing up my credit. So I'm at the point right now too, where I'm repairing my credit and also checking that box for stuff that I'm telling people you need to have this, this, and this. Like I'm checking that box. So I'm grinding this year to make the most money possible. So on my tax return, I pay taxes on me having the most money possible. But that's people talk about, and this going off topic a little bit, but people talk about all the time as a business owner, you can have tax write-offs. When you write off taxes, you basically cutting down your income. That you cutting down your income. So if you go to the bank and say, I need a loan, let's say you made $100,000 one year, but you have 50,000 in write-offs. the bank gonna look at you and say, you only made 50 grand. So we gonna give you 50 grand worth of credit, basically.
Yeah,
So I'm hustling right now to build as much money possible for year one on my tax
yeah,
returns with me being self-employed. So
yeah,
next year I'm gonna do the same thing, trying to double it. So I
yeah.
have 2 years of taxable income. And then I
Mhm.
can go to the bank and be like, hey, 2 years self-employed as a real estate agent. I'm ready to get me a loan. I'm ready to get me a mortgage. I'm ready to do something like that. And
Yeah,
I think with people at our age, I'm 23.
yeah,
So
yeah.
people, yeah.
I'm 20.
So people, you 24.
Yeah,
So people at our age, we really got to keep in mind, man, we are still young, regardless of what we see on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We are still young. It's still mistakes that we got to make. It's still things that we got to do. You just need to make sure you're checking those 4 boxes. You don't have to be a real estate agent. You don't have to do anything, but just make sure you got good credit and you got cash and you building wealth in some kind of way.
yeah, yeah. I feel like, I mean, like I said, you don't, you don't have to have. I think you need to have one or the other if you're gonna get into real estate. If you're gonna, as far as investing, if you got great credit, you're gonna find somebody to get you a loan. If you have
Yeah.
good work and credit, if you have not, I mean, not like the worst credit, but you know, you're working on your credit, but you have a bunch of cash king, then it don't really matter.
Yeah.
Then there's still technically another way. I mean, if you can crowdfund and you have family or you have people that you can make a really good business plan that are willing to invest for you, you can do that too. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think it's just young people learning the opportunities and the different pathways. If you want to go the traditional route of going to school, going to college, there's certain things that you need to. I wouldn't trust a doctor if he didn't have a degree. So I would want them to go through.
Yes.
But not everybody's going to be a doctor. If you want to go for Apple, some jobs they don't need a degree, but a lot of those tech things, you know, if you're going to send somebody to the moon, you might probably need a degree to learn what you're doing. So if you want to go that route, you can. But you know, like you said, there's real estate, there's banking. You could be a hairstylist. You could be in stock. There's so many different avenues and ways to make money, make a living, and it's just about you picking what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's about education, and they need to know these different opportunities. And that's one reason why I created this blog. Is just like we have one article. My wife co-made it with my. Now it's mainly me, but we started out together, and she made one about how to write your kids off on taxes. So in America, you
Wow.
can hire your kid. I think it's like 5 years or something like that, a certain age, and you can pay them up to like 18, 19 grand, and it's like pretty much like a write off. It's a write off, but you have to give them a job that's like a legit job. Like you can't just like say you're paying your kids and you're not. It has to be something that they know like an 8-year-old is doing. Like it has to be like a janitor or something, or they got to be like doing social media. You couldn't be saying your 8-year-old is like doing deliveries with the car. It doesn't work that way. But there's opportunities like that, you know, that people
Yeah.
just don't know about. Like you were saying about the write-offs to get the loan.
Mm-hmm.
You seem like surprised when I said the $10,000 grant. Like a lot of things people just
Yeah.
need to know about them. It's not that people want to not be successful. Nobody doesn't want to just do what society says. They want to do their own thing. They want to create their own life, but they need to know these opportunities. And I feel like people like us, kind of like I said, have an obligation to at least tell people about them. If I'm not going to help you, if I'm not going to, you know, a lot of people just think they're going to take their friends along with them, all these different things. It might not be good for your business. So you might not be able to do it, but I
Right.
could tell them about the opportunity. I could tell them how they can do it too. And I think that's what it's all about as far as our generation.
Exactly. I agree 100%, bro.
As far as let's transition to YouTube. Why
Mm-hmm.
did you make the YouTube channel and how's it going?
So I started my YouTube channel. For me starting my YouTube channel, October 15th is my anniversary.
Okay.
I'll be at a full year, and how it's looking look like I might be monetized. I ain't even monetized yet, but I'll be monetized on October 15th.
Okay.
So I started the journey because when I got my real estate license, or when I was in the process of getting my real estate license, I remember being up all night, just
Bro.
looking at different people, watching different channels, trying to figure out like this and trying to figure out everything. And I was just like, bro, I can do this too. One of my school teachers, she told us that we all have a story. And I just was like, nobody on YouTube right now can get on and tell my story. or nobody on YouTube right now can get on and talk about stuff how I will talk about it. So I was like, let me do it. So I just decided, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I jumped on, made my first video. Well, I actually purchased a course. I purchased a course on how to be successful on YouTube. And one of the things with me is I find one teacher and I do exactly what they say. How can you fail if you listen to one person who do it and you do exactly what they say? Some people who go about the route saying, I'll just use YouTube. YouTube is free. You can just watch a couple videos on YouTube. Some people will tell you one thing and another person tell you another thing, and it's conflicting information. But if you got one coach and you listen to that one person,
yeah,
how can you not be successful? So that's when I started, bro. And I was really out. I started my channel with the intent of inspiring people like me who were up at night in the middle of the night watching YouTube videos, trying to get their real estate license. I don't know what event happened in their life, but I wanted to be that inspiring voice or just showing my story. Like I'm completely honest on my channel. I talk about my ups. I talk about my down. I even come looking exactly how I do not. I'm so real, and that's one of the things that's a part of my brand where it's like I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how it is.
Yeah.
And how is it going? I actually just did my calculations on like financially, how is it going? In one whole year on YouTube, not being monetized just yet, I've made $7,000.
So you're not monetized, but you made $7,000.
Yeah.
You're doing great with it.
Yeah, off of affiliate links. I had one sponsored video. And yeah, that's really it. And I haven't sold not one course. I haven't made any money off no ads since. It's that I really just calculated it. $7,000 is how much I have made from YouTube just from saying I'm gonna make videos on YouTube.
Man,
then I gotta say subscriber count. Almost at 1,500 subscribers. I should be there. I say within the next 3 weeks or so.
Well, makes my 81 sound very small.
I didn't mean to put it like that, bro. I didn't mean to put it like that.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's impressive because I think I'm past the year and I see your effort, and I think a lot of people think YouTube is simple. I don't think everybody thinks there's not a career no more. I just think a lot of people think, if I make a good thumbnail and I talk about something interesting, a good title, and that's really it. But there's a lot more into it. One thing that I underestimated is you think YouTube is literally like almost like a media company, the way you do it.
Yes.
There's so much that goes into it. And I think on a small YouTube channel, it's, it might just be them. But like I can see how maybe these people with 100K and 30K and stuff, they have a whole team because it's literally like you're scripting it, you're setting up, you have the video shoot sometimes could take a day just doing that. And then I mean, how long did it take you to edit your videos? Probably hours?
Bro, so my whole process, I probably put 8 hours into one video. And I've put on my channel 70 videos. So you think about it, people are looking at it like, oh, he made $7,000 and he made $7,000 and he ain't even monetized it on YouTube. Bro, I spent 8 hours per video on 70 videos and made $7,000. Yeah. I don't know the calculation, but I guarantee you that is under minimum wage. I guarantee you, but YouTube, that's one of the things that was a shock to me from the jump. YouTube is more than you think. It's not just as simple as picking up, and I got my camera right here. It's not as simple as picking up a camera, just talking in front of it, uploading a video, making a cute thumbnail and a cute title or a good title. It's not that simple, bro. You actually got to go in. You got to go in and do research on what video to make, why to make that video. You got to respond to comments. You got to be consistent. There's just so much stuff that go into it. You got to edit the video, make the editing make sense. You got to actually sit down, plan out a video, script the video. It's so much to go into YouTube. And then, like I said, the most important thing is you got to be consistent.
Yeah. I think that's my problem is, you probably know by now, I don't have a problem talking about it. It's not the problem. The problem is I'm not shy or anything. is there's two things. One, I want to look like where your channel looks like right now. And I'm just starting out. So in the beginning, I think that one thing I'm learning is the consistency and really creating an image that be consistent with your image. In the beginning, I was just making videos. Like I was just writing out ideas and whatever I felt like doing. And I think one mistake, you have to really, like you said, look into like what your audience wants. Look into what it's trending, the right type of clickbait words, and make sure your videos, people are how long are people watching your videos? Like a lot of different things that are going into it behind the scenes before the shoot. And I want to say the shoot is the easy part, but it's not necessarily the hardest thing either. But I think it's still good. Probably, I don't know if anybody said it. It's a good career for some people. It's again probably like real estate, where from the jump probably not going to make you money. But like you said, you can make money if you put in the work and time. And now, I mean, you're not going to go backwards, so it's only going to get bigger from here.
Yeah, and my whole thing is to don't expect the results that I've had or other people have had on YouTube. Like we all have our own journey. You really just the main thing is you gotta make a commitment. That's the one thing that I was like, bro, I gotta commit. This is what I gotta do. This is what I plan on doing. I really simplified my life. I said YouTube, real estate, family.
Yeah.
That's it. And the reason why I have a job is for my family, because I'm getting like health benefits and all the other kind of benefits. And so that's the reason why I got a part-time job. But I'm gonna stay consistent on YouTube, most definitely stick in the real estate, and my family is a priority as well. So that's why I'm gonna keep my job. But yeah, man, you gotta pour into YouTube, man. It's not just as simple as, let me go record this video real quick. I actually got a video editor on my team now.
Okay.
Editing take too much time. And I wanted to wait until I was monetized before I got an editor on my team. But I know it's gonna happen within the next month. It's gonna happen before this year is out. So I'm gonna do it, bro. It's go time.
I like that, and I think you really embody what I'm trying to do with this blog is go-getters. Even if you're not, we're not even talking about making money. Just the way you move. I want to associate myself with those type of people, and I want to inspire other people like that. Because go-getters, they're going to get it done regardless, and they also are willing to take risks. And I think you really embody that as, where you're going, the potential. But to be honest, you don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, if you're going to know if it's going to be in a month or two. But you know what your channel needs, you know what you need to grow. And sometimes you just got to make a call. And that's what go-getters do. They're going to make things happen. So go ahead.
Yeah, I was watching what is it? A Football Life, a documentary on Nick Saban. Watched it yesterday when I got home from work. And I called it like a treat for myself since I got the property on the contract. But I actually sat there and I watched the documentary of Nick Saban. And he was saying, I'm going to basically paraphrase it, but go look it up and watch it yourself. But he was saying, being attached to the end results is not good. Focus on the process. And that hit me. And I was like, oh, okay, I got it now. He said, focus on the process. Don't be worried about the results. Because after winning a championship, you need to go look at the film and figure out why you won the championship. And if you didn't do, or if you almost lost the championship, what was the thing that you almost did? And I listened to Eric Thomas as well. And I was watching one of his videos on Instagram. And he was talking about, how in different leagues they got their championship. And he was talking about, for him, his championship is the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
As real estate agents, as entrepreneurs, as go-getters, whatever it is that you consider yourself, you got to figure out what is your championship.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I was like, dang, what is my championship? What is my championship? I'm still trying to find it. I'm not going to act like I just got the answers, but I'm still trying to find it. And it's like, just telling you guys, what is your championship? Find out your championship. And then to be real with yourself, ask yourself, am I winning or am I losing?
You just created the title for this interview.
And what is it going to be?
What is your championship?
What is your championship?
I like that.
That's why, bro, it's like I don't know if you said it, but I think you said something like it, bro. You got to be cautious to what you basically you said it when you're talking about the people you want to surround yourself with. You got to be cautious of the people you talking to on a day-to-day basis, the stuff you listen to on a day-to-day basis. What are you watching on a day-to-day basis? You have to be cautious to this stuff because it's leaving an imprint on you.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the opportunity for you having me on, bro. But I just love opportunities to talk to like-minded people, and it really inspires me, bro.
I appreciate it. I mean, you inspire me. That's what I try to do now. I'm like,
yeah,
I see. There's all kinds of quotes that you were kind of talking about. There's one to say, I like to be the dumbest person in the room, and that doesn't mean you're stupid. That just means you're around smart people. You kind of become what people around you. You don't have to be exactly your friends and your coworkers, but you get, like you said, you get influenced by them. And just imagine when you watch TV. If I watch too many like car videos, I start wanting a new car. If I be watching HGTV and stuff like that, I think I'm not doing as much business as I need to be doing. But I'm involved in real estate. Like, when I got my license, that's the only thing I watched. When I got in the military, it was 2016. My roommate hated me. I was in college because every time he came to the dorm room, I was watching a military movie. And I ended up deciding to join the military watching Fury by Brad Pitt. What you're watching, what you're listening to, what you're reading, who you hang out with, maybe not that specific time, but over a time period and consistency is definitely influencing you. They might not make you do something, but they're definitely evolving emotion and certain things you don't realize are happening. So I think a lot of people need to do things like this, whether it's an interview, watch it, whether it doesn't have to be like extreme. It could just be watching certain YouTube videos so they can learn certain things. It could be hanging around people that talk a certain thing. Right now, I don't like to talk to anybody that sounds depressing. I don't, if I want to be in a good mood, I hear somebody out there going through something, like I'm down for that. But my overall vibe needs to be good to be around people that are doing something. If you're not real estate, you're you don't have to be an entrepreneur. You could be doing a job, but you're going hard. You're trying to go up in a career. I just need to be around people that are doing things and have a mission. And I think a lot of people our age, that's the problem is that they want to do these big things, but they're not ready to change their surrounding, their environment yet because they're having fun. They might not be thinking about, a lot of 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 25, they're not thinking the way we're thinking. And, some of it is guilty of just ignorance. You don't know any better. And some people are just not willing to deal with the stress. But I totally think if you can control your environment, you can definitely control your destination and what you're doing.
One of the things my mentor told me at a young age, very young age, he said, you got two options. You can work hard now and play hard later, or you can play hard now and work hard later.
Yeah.
And that hit me. I'm talking about, he told me this at like 13, 14, 15. And ever since then, it was like, let me go ahead and work hard.
Yeah.
And to be real, and this is so crazy, man. This is something that I feel like we overlook a lot. It doesn't take much if you start early.
Yeah.
So it's as simple as putting money in a Roth IRA, 401k. If you start early and you consistently drop $100 at 18, let's say you want to go the corporate route. By the time you 50, 60, I don't know the exact numbers, but if you consistently did that, bro, you set. But imagine the flip of it. You 40 years old, you about to retire in 23 years. Yeah. Imagine how much you got to save every single month. You can work hard now and play hard later, or play hard now and work hard later.
It's funny because my mother, she's in like finance. She's done the corporate route. She's like a VP or something. So she did that. I think that previous generation, that was the thing. And she's doing really well. And that's one thing she told me. She's like, if you just she showed me, I think it was like $100 a month or something. And she was like, I guess it was at like 22 or 23. She was like, by the time you're like 45, you'll be a millionaire. If you didn't do anything else, just dumping money. And it sounds super simple because, you're just like $100. But then, you don't think about it. But like, you need to be habitual about it. And I think it's a couple months of you doing it to where you're not thinking about it, to where you can go those 10, 15 years without being hard. But there's that is a lot of things that people aren't thinking about.
That's and I actually read a book. I don't forgot the name of the book, but it really about getting yourself together financially. And what she talked about was set it up and don't even think about it. Yeah. So I got money going into my Roth IRA. my 401k automatically from my
Yeah.
job because
Yeah.
I work my job to pay everything I need to pay for. As a real estate agent, that's just extra. I don't, bro. I haven't spent any of my real estate money. Like I
Yeah.
haven't paid myself at all.
Yeah.
But my thing is the accounts are automatic. Everything, as soon as I get paid, everything go where it's supposed to go.
I
I
just
don't even
read
have to think about it.
I just read a book called The Automatic Millionaire. I forgot who it's by, but it's literally the book is all about that. Is don't make it any harder. Don't give yourself a chance not to do it. So there's life now. Everything's computerized. You can do automatic things. But the book was really about that. The guy was in finance and he met some teachers that made like $20,000 a year or something like that. And they didn't, make a lot of money. They didn't do anything else. And his concept was paying his house off fast and just investing in 401k. That's all they did. And when they retired, they only had two houses, but they were flat out owned right. And they had, 30, 40 years worth of stocks in 401k that they never touched. And they retired with like 3 mil or something crazy.
It's simple, bro. It's really simple. I think it really boils down to finding out what plan you want to do. So breaking down that story, finding out what plan you want to do. And like I went back and said, and making the commitment. So okay, 100. I'm 18 right now. $100 a month putting in a 401k or a Roth IRA. Bro, you can go to Fidelity right now, start an account, and automatically put in $100 every single month into your Roth IRA, and that's tax-free money that you're saving for yourself when you're 63 or whenever you quote unquote retire. And one of the things that I actually decided was, if I'm going to chase the idea of becoming a millionaire before I retire, why not make sure I'm a guaranteed millionaire when I'm retired? So I can become a millionaire sooner. And I can also make sure I'm a guaranteed millionaire when I'm 63, 65. So why not do both? Because I was tied up in this idea that I'm going to be a millionaire when I'm 20. I'm going to be a millionaire when I'm 30. I'm going to be a millionaire when I'm 23. Just think about, I'm going to be a millionaire early. But I was neglecting the idea of being a millionaire later.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, why not have both?
Yeah. Literally, like I said, it's not that you're saying you're not going to do it. It's just, it's easy work if you can do it, and a lot of people get stuck on like the amount. The reality of it is, if you only make $500 a month, if you could just do $10, that's, I don't know, you might be able to become a millionaire. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I'm sure it'll be a lot of money in 30 years if you just put $10 a day.
But if you're making $500 a month for your whole life, you got more problems.
Yeah, you got more problems. I'm just yeah, you probably that's another problem. But you're not in America. You're not gonna live off that. But like I said, you can set yourself up for success. And a lot of for you to become a millionaire before 30 or 40, whatever it is, you gotta take a lot of risks. So just having that, I don't want to say it's not a plan B, it's a safety net. It's more like, okay, maybe I don't become a millionaire at 25, but I do become a millionaire at 40. That's still really, really quick, and you still have the 1 in 60. So, there's a lot of different ways. And like you said, I think people it's not about picking your lane. It's more picking the lanes and pathways that you want to do. And I think you got to work backwards a little bit. What life do you want at a certain time, and how do I get there? And just enjoy the process on the way there. You are in Florida, right? What part of Florida?
I'm in Pensacola, Florida, bro.
How you like it?
I'm ready to move. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Me and my girl are actually moving down, or me and my family, we're actually moving down to the Tampa area.
I'll be in Tampa on Friday.
Oh, man. That's why I can't wait to be there, bro. We could have did this podcast in person.
Yeah, I know. I got family down. It's a 2-hour flight. We definitely will link in person.
Bro, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna say that too, but now we're moving to the Tampa area in next April, May, around that time. Moving there, man. And one of the reasons why is, bro, I'm a creator now. It is what it is. I'm a creator now, and I want to be around other creators. And most people run to Cali. I'm not going out west. I prefer staying in the state of Florida. So just meeting up with different creators and just networking, and also the financial ability. I met with a real estate agent in my area who left the Tampa area to move up here.
Yeah.
Because her husband is a firefighter and he was like transferred over here. And she was like, dude, say when you go down there, I guarantee you, whatever you made right now,
Yeah.
times it by 3. And I
Wow.
was like, wow, it's really that? She said, yeah. She was just talking about the difference in our market to that market.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's just so much bigger, so
Yeah.
many more people. And I was like, that makes so much sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm moving to the Tampa area, man. Like I said, I'm actually from Georgia, but I fell in love with the state of Florida and as a kid. And I was like, I'm gonna move here. As I said that as a kid, and I was like, I'm gonna move here. And they were just like, yeah, okay, okay. But now when I actually turned 18, I actually moved to the state of Florida, and it was like that's something I always wanted to do. Yeah, I'm moving to Tampa, man, and I can't wait. Can't wait to get down there because, like you said, we most definitely gonna be linking up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll probably, like I said, I think where I'm at right now, I think our plane ticket is like $100 round trip. It's
That's
not.
crazy.
Yeah, so it's not. I mean, a normal time is like 150, but you know what I'm trying. It's doable. It's a 2-hour flight, so I'm gonna take time off. I've been doing a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I just been kind of chilling because of COVID, but my family,
Mm-hmm.
they've been there for years. I used to go. I used to go there like once a year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been there in like 2-3 years, but I got the kid and stuff. I got grandparent. I got uncle, aunt, cousin. So yeah, I'm gonna
The
be
whole
down.
family.
Yeah, I'll be down there at least once a
Nice.
year. So
Okay, cool.
definitely have to link. But do you have any final advice, tips, or anything for anybody, whether it's real estate or entrepreneurship wise, that you would like to bless the audience with?
Like I said in the beginning, man, we all got a story. If you want to inspire others and you want to get on YouTube, don't be discouraged by how many views you got, how many subscribers you got, how long they watch the video. Don't care about that stuff. One of the things you want to think about is one person that watched your video. That one
Yeah,
person that watched your video, they're impacted by you. So that's one of the things. You got a story. If you willing to tell it, jump on YouTube and tell it. Don't worry about the stats and so. And like we said before, find your area, find your zone, and stick to it. Like find your level and focus on that. Figure out your plan. Figure out where you're gonna go, and just run with it. I don't see no reason why any of us can't have what we want. But the
yeah.
thing about it is we got to have a definite idea of what it is that we want.
You guys heard the man. I appreciate your time today. I appreciate everybody tuning in for this interview. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it personally. I'm hoping that this video really just inspires somebody and gives them the tools, the information they need to become successful, to start their journey, and to find their championship. So
let me. I want to say one more thing. Like I said in the beginning, I'm actually a human. I'm just like you guys. If you want to reach out to me, regardless of what it is, reach out to me everywhere. I got a TikTok, Instagram. Obviously, I'm on YouTube, but Twitter as well. If you're on Twitter, Martez_Kelly, everywhere.
I'll make sure I have it below. I'm gonna have all your links in the description as well. I'm gonna have them pop up on here as well. You guys definitely check him out on all social media networks. Definitely, from YouTube, but he's on a lot of other social media networks as well. So definitely reach out to him. Also, again, he's a realtor in Florida. So if you're moving there, if you know somebody, if you're thinking about it, if you're dreaming about it, hit him up. He's gonna help you out with that. So I appreciate your time today, and until next time.